So The Bad Batch Episode 5 Rampage is now out on Disney Plus, and after watching it was definitely a fun episode. I'm going to go over the general synopsis of the episode, and then we'll dive into more details on the episode. First of all, the Bad Batch and Omega head to a planet called Ord Mantell to meet up with someone by the name of Sid in order to find out who the bounty hunter is that is coming after Omega, because as you know, after the last episode, this has become the priority of the Bad Batch to find out who Finnick is and who hired her. So Sid makes a deal with the Bad Batch that if they can rescue a child by the name of Bucci, she'll provide them with information on the bounty hunter that is going after Omega. Now the Bad Batch find out that the child needing rescuing is actually a baby Rancor. And after an epic monster battle and going up against Wrecker, the Rancor is finally subdued and the Bad Batch managed to get the Rancor away from the Zygerian slavers. Now, Muchi is then sadly handed over to Bib Fortuna, meaning that the Bad Batch are officially doing some shady missions here for Sid and what appears to be the Hut. So this means that the Bad Batch are going down a slippery slope here, and it's going to be interesting to see just how far down the rabbit hole they're willing to go to get what they need. So I'm going to go over some of the main parts that really stuck out in this episode. Even though it did feel a little bit filler, there were still some important parts in this episode, including the fact that Wrecker's head is still hurting and may be getting worse. So I'm getting really worried about my boy Wrecker here. I hope he's okay, but I'm guessing something is going to go wrong with Wrecker, and they better not kill him off. I can tell you that right now, but I'm guessing something is going to go wrong with him, and the Bad Batch is going to have to get control of Wrecker. Because, you know, again, I'm guessing that's going to be his Order 66 chip or something like that that activates. Now, Omega now has a communicator as seen at the beginning of the episode. So the Bad Batch really making sure they're watching Omega and, you know, always able to communicate with her even when she's not close by. So it's cool to see that she's getting upgrades as she becomes more integrated into the Bad Batch squad. And then on top of that, not only did she get a communicator, but she also found a bow that was left behind by one of these Zygerian slavers. So we found out how she gets her bow in this episode, which was pretty cool to see. Now, another interesting thing with Omega is she continues to surprise us with what she can pick up and sense from others around her, because she knew immediately who Sid was. So they're either still teasing that she has force powers, or it might be something else. So we'll have to find out what's going on with Omega in upcoming episodes. Again, they keep on teasing this, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, Sid also had some interesting stuff around her office, including a white Mandalorian helmet that was reminiscent of Boba Fett's original concept design. We got to see some Westar blasters that were similar to Jango Fett's blasters, and then we even saw some clone trooper helmets as well. So I don't know what the story is behind all of that gear and equipment in her office, but it was certainly interesting to see that all. And by the end of the episode, Sid indicates she knows just how valuable the Bad Batch really are, since a bounty hunter of Finnick's caliber is coming after them. And of course, this raises the alarm for Hunter, because Sid is kind of giving a threat there, and this makes Sid a huge liability at this point for the Bad Batch. So I'm sure that's going to come around later on in the season as well. Now, also, if you're wondering real quick, Muchi is not the same name of the Rancor that Jabba had in Return of the Jedi. I believe that one was named Patissa. So it doesn't appear that Muchi is the same Rancor as seen in Return of the Jedi, but I'm curious to see what happens with Muchi. If we'll ever see Muchi again, I really hope we get to see this baby Rancor again in the Bad Batch. So that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you thought of episode 5. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I do feel like it felt a little bit filler, but yet again, we did get some more character development with Omega. She did get her bow. Wrecker continues to have problems with his head. I'm hoping that the next episode also dives more into what's going on with Crosshair and the Imperials on that side. So hopefully we jump back over there, because I really want to know what's happening with Crosshair, what's happening with that new elite Imperial unit that they formed over there. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on over at Kamino. But that's going to do it for the video. Once again, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.